we are with a nice Virginia pine, which is Pinus virginiana in the Pinaceae family. Virginia pine is native to Georgia, but mostly found in the mountains. Where it's typically found is on poor, drier sites. And Virginia pine, unlike most of our pines, has a very scraggly form. So if we look up, you can see it has retained some of these lower branches and even has held on to some of these dead lower branches, which leads to its poor form. Virginia pine is utilized for some wood products, but is not as preferred as loblolly pine, slash pine, some of our other pines. In terms of identifying Virginia pine, look for that form because that's pretty unique. And then the bark on Virginia pine has smaller, scaly plates, lightish, gray, sort of brownish, but smaller plates than some of our other pines. Virginia pine, the foliage, Virginia pine will have always 2 needles per fascicle. And the way that I like to remember that is if you think about a capital V like Virginia, it's got 1, 2, 2 needles per fascicle. And those needles are twisted. So here you can see these 2 needles, they twist around each other. So twisted needles, 2 per bundle. They're anywhere from 1.5 up to 3 inches long. They're typically a little bit shorter than shortleaf pine, but remember, always twisted and 2 needles per bundle compared to shortleaf, which is 2 or 3 needles and is straight. The cone on Virginia pine is one of my favorites because this, on the inside of this scale, has this nice dark brown, blackish, almost purple stripe. So if you turn the cone sideways and look down, you can see all of these nice dark stripes on the inside of that scale. Some people like to say that it looks like lipstick on that dark brown, almost purple scale. The cone itself is pretty prickly. It's a fairly small cone and prickly, but remember to look for that dark brown, almost purple stripe. So just as a review, Virginia pine, scraggly form, held onto some of those lower branches, 2 needles per bundle that are twisted, so 2 twisted needles on Virginia pine, small cone with that dark purple stripe.